I have Kinley.
Hello, Spuds Nation, and welcome to Mike Lansing Field. If it's not today, it's not any other day, because it's a beautiful day for baseball here in Casper, Wyoming. Kai Janagabis joined alongside Logan Hunter. We're in for a fun one, the first of a 4-game stretch between the Casper Spuds and the Oahe Zap. We saw this team go head-to-head against the Spuds just a couple weeks ago. The Spuds have currently had the Zap's number over their last 2 series. Not really expecting a whole lot of different things tonight, but there are going to be some massive changes, which, Logan, I'm sure you probably want to talk about as well.
Yeah, for sure. A couple new faces coming to the lineup here tonight. Coach Cody McCreary is out for today, will not be on the field here in this one. But, yeah, these two teams, as you said, the Spuds have had their number recently. We'll see what the Oahe Zap, if they're going to change things up a little bit, maybe try a little different strategy. Of course, the Spuds just got to keep doing what they're doing. You know, an absolutely electrifying walk-off win to end Game 2 on Saturday in that doubleheader. It took both games of that doubleheader after the big offensive slugfest that went the way of the Sasquatch back on Friday. But to let you know about the changes that we are seeing that Kai referenced, 2 new faces. Jasper House and Chase McCreary, the brother of Cody McCreary, in the lineup today. McCreary over at second. House will be doing the catching. First day here. All right, get behind the plate, big dog.
You got to love it. And, again, the big thing, too, about Chase being here is it's going to be a really fun watch. And also, let's not forget, too, Chase is actually committed to Gordon State University, the same place where his brother currently coaches. So I'm sure that'll be an amazing battery to watch in the upcoming months. But we're really excited to see him in Spuds gear tonight. Same with Jasper House. We've been waiting on him for a long time. He was recovering from a tendon injury in his ankle. He said he feels better. He said he feels great. He's excited to be around the guys. Chase had the same type of mentality, and both those guys are going to go out there and play the best possible baseball that they can. And I think the big thing to talk about, too, going into tonight's game is the Spuds' winning streak over the last 8 games. 7 of their last 8 games have gone in their favor. They have done a phenomenal job swinging. The pitching has been phenomenal all year round. I mean, we did see a little bit of a fall off from Matt Ramos on that Friday game, but he only wound up pitching about 32 pitches. Tonight, he's back in the lineup as the starter, looking to close things down, get his redemption game against the Zap, and I think everybody is so hyped to see him back on the mound, especially for a guy who comes in a little bit later into the games, to go out, try to give a bunch of solid innings to the Spuds, and just keep getting the hot bats back up as fast as possible.
Yeah, Ramos was a little Jekyll and Hyde when we saw him. He started the first game, went up in Spearfish, did pretty solid. No, he went about 7 innings in that ball game, and then in the next game against the Sasquatch as well. Unfortunately, didn't even get through the first inning, but able to see how things will transpire here in this one tonight. Excited to see Ramos get back out there. You know he wants to get back out there, avenge his start from the previous one. He's ready to go. Everyone on the Spuds, absolute competitors. Should be a fun one here tonight against the Oahe Zap.
Definitely, and I think one of the big key differences you're going to see tonight, too, is Gage Dickerson, who looked amazing, too, in his Spuds debut. He's kind of had a rocky time at second base so far for the Spuds, but you know he's looking to bounce back. Same thing as Ramos, get his revenge out there, but his bat has been super hot to start the year for the Spuds. Now you get an opportunity to see some new guys in the middle part of the season in Chase McCreary and Jasper House. What are you kind of expecting from those guys?
Well, you kind of hit on that. We were talking about it earlier today. It seems like guys who make their debut for the Spuds seem to have the game of their careers in this one. Hopefully we'll see that consistent play throughout the season. But I'm excited to see, 2 new faces, guys, 2 guys out there that the ILB doesn't know a whole lot about, so it'll be interesting to see how the Zap choose to attack those guys. But all in all, I'm excited to see those two new faces get out there and immediately contribute for the Spuds.
Definitely. I mean, when you talk about first game hot starts, Gage Dickerson was 3 for 4 in his first game as a Casper Spud. Ethan Schlotterbeck had 9 RBIs in 4 consecutive games with the Spuds throughout his early career with this team. And honestly, there's just been a lot of guys who have balled out in their first ever game with the Spuds, and I'm expecting no different from those two guys either. These are going to be guys who go out with a lot of heart, a lot of determination. They're looking to prove something, and they're looking to earn that starting lineup spot, especially, too, now that we're starting to get into the final month of the season with playoffs right around the corner. It feels like you need to make an impact, and if you're going to do it, you got to do it now. So I'm expecting a lot from that team. I'm really excited, too, to see how Oahe is going to compare against the Spuds, especially with the Spuds winning 4 of their 6 meetings, and I think this team really has had their number, like I mentioned earlier, but I definitely feel like they know how to work around this squad a little bit better. But don't be surprised if Oahe finds a way to fight back. And you mentioned earlier, too, Coach McCrary, not the head coach tonight. You have Nathan Townsend, so you got to wonder what his approach is going to be as well.
Absolutely. You know, one of those kind of survive and adapt type of things. You know, this isn't the first time that the Spuds have been in this situation this season, which sounds bad to say, but, you know, it's the truth. So, and they haven't done too bad without McCreary down there. Obviously, they'd love to have him down there as leadership and all of that, you know, being the guy representing the team out there on the field. But the Spuds have shown that even without McCreary, they can still lock in. They can still do the things that they need to do in order to be successful in ball games today. So, you know, all in all, game against the Zap, 4-game set, game 1 of a 4-game set. Great opportunity here to just go out, set the tone. One thing I'd love to see the Spuds doing, kind of a key of the game for them, is go out there, attack early. I know that's what Cody McCreary wants them to do, is get the bat off their shoulder, attack in early counts, and just absolutely try to bombard the opposing pitching staff.
Of course, and this is a team, too, we talked about it all year long, but the strategy has really worked well for this Casper Spuds team, and that is based running aggressiveness. You have seen it time and time again from some of the fastest players on the team. You've seen it, too, in somebody like Gage Dickerson, Elijah Reeves. You've seen it, too, in Caden Wilcox, who currently leads the team right now, too, in stolen bases. And there's a lot of optimism to be had about this team on the base paths, and I think that's really where they win these games. And if you remember, too, we were actually at the first series of the season where the Zap and the Spuds faced off against each other. They played small ball in that first game and wound up coming out on the other side with a massive victory. And I kind of expect that same strategy here tonight. We saw a couple of solid bunts actually just on Saturday as well, with Cal Cousins having a pretty solid one, same with Caden Wilcox, and I believe Elijah Reeves squared one down as well. But overall, this team knows how to combat whoever they are going against, and I don't believe that mindset is going to shift at all.
Yeah, that's kind of been the Spuds' identity for as long as they've been here, no matter who the head coach is. You know, they love playing that small ball type of aspect, and I tell you what, it's a breath of fresh air to see that from. You know, you see all kinds of guys out there who are swinging for the fences, trying to hit as many home runs as possible. Kind of a breath of fresh air from these Casper Spud sides for the past 4 years to lay down the bunt, get the runners across, and then a sacrifice fly, and then, you know, there's plenty of guys here who are capable of putting one in the gap and scoring 2 runs, those 2 guys in scoring position, whereas if you don't do that, you might get second and third, which is great, but you want those runs early and you want them fast.
100%. And one of the last things that I want to ask you here, Logan, is you have an interesting player playing at a different spot in Hunter Stonecipher in left field. What are your thoughts about him kind of moving to that corner outfield role?
Yeah, he's been playing a lot of different roles here in a Spuds uniform. We've seen him in those corner outfield spots. We've seen him behind the plate doing the catching. We've seen him over at first. I like it. I really do. See, you know, summer ball is the time where these guys get out here, try new things, maybe try to work on a couple of things that they want to improve from the previous season at their college. But summer ball is a time to just go out there, have fun, maybe try a little something new. But yeah, so I mean, I love seeing these guys in all kinds of different positions.
Definitely. I'm excited for tonight's game. We'll be right back as well, but we hope you all enjoy the national anthem that's right upon us, and then we'll get ready to play some ball.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I'll risk anything to be great. I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. Big energy, got the crowd going. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be.
Hello, Spuds Nation. Welcome back to more Casper Spuds baseball. It's been about a day since we last had baseball at Mike Lansing Field, but we get ready for 6 consecutive games here at home and the start of a 4-game series between the Oahe Zap and the Casper Spuds. Matt Ramos takes the bump, had a rough outing against the Spearfish Sasquatch the last time he came in, but is looking to get his revenge against the Zap. The Zap might not be ready, but the first pitch from Ramos is on the way, and it is hit sharply into deep right center. That has an opportunity to hit off the wall, and it does. Rounding first, going to second base is the leadoff hitter, and that's how this game gets started. The Oahe Zap strike first, get the first hit of the game on the first pitch of the game from Matt Ramos.
Yeah, definitely not the start that the Spuds had in mind there, but now, starting out, working with traffic, and you know what? Ramos is a closing pitcher. He's used to having traffic, so I'm sure this will be nothing new to him.
Very true. I mean, Matt Ramos has dealt in a lot of hard situations, and I think that's one of the benefits you have being a closer, going to a starter type of role is you go up against a team that you have history against, you can battle against them, but also a little bit of traffic is not really going to hurt you in the long run. Next batter, Chris Taylor. First pitch, slider, too far inside. Ball one.
I have some time. Go ahead and roll through the Zap lineup. We just saw Gavin Frazier hit that double into the gap. He's playing second base. Cy Taylor at the plate. He is playing shortstop. Garen Gledhill is batting third. He's doing the DHing. Mason Melton in the cleanup spot over at third. Batting fifth and playing first base, Quinn Ludvigsen. Batting sixth and playing in center, Dominic DiCarlo. Dylan Bowie is batting seventh, playing in left. Augie Gothalis will be batting eighth and playing catcher.
This one is hit sharply into right past the second baseman, Chase McCrary. So the first run of the game comes across, and it's back-to-back hits for the Oahe Zap. So C.Y. Taylor gets the scoring started.
So, first two batters get hits, but the Spuds have been, sounds bad, but they've been used to playing in this kind of situation and just kind of the things that we have been seeing all year long from them. So bats will definitely be ready to get up, but Ramos wants to end this inning as quickly as possible.
Well, and another fun thing to think about, every single time that the Spuds have beat the Zap, they've won when they haven't scored first. So maybe it's a sign of good things to come, as the next pitch from Ramos is a called fastball at the knees. But yeah, I mean, every single time the Spuds have gone down early, they've climbed their way back to win. We saw it all on Saturday. Here's a little chopper to the second baseman, McCrary. Spins the throw to second base in time. No throw over to first, however, but that's how the first out for the Spearfish gets across. And you see the young brother of Cody McCrary make his first play with the Casper Spuds.
With that, I'd run through the defensive alignment for Casper Spuds. Hunter Stonecyphers in left, Cal Cousins in center, David Denton in right, Jordan Jones playing third, Gage Dickerson is at shortstop, Chase McCreary is playing second base, Hunter Billingsley at first, and Jasper House doing the catching.
Yeah, special shout out to our graphic designer, makes her starting lineup graphics, Grant Hofford. Gotta love everything he does because it turns out just great every time.
Absolutely, he does a great job for the Spuds.
So Ramos behind the count 1-0. The next pitch, bouncing breaking ball in the dirt, 2-0.
It's always good to see that first out come because after the first two guys get on with base hits, even with the runner getting on with the fielder's choice, you know that you're one step closer, fills you with a little bit of encouragement.
Definitely. And Ramos is also the type of guy, too, who can strike you out, but he can also get you to swing over the top on something, get a ground ball, turn two, and I think that's what he's trying to look for here is that's a swing and a miss by Melton. So Ramos quickly evens things up at 2-2 now. Ramos looking over the runner at first. Possibly looking to get a strikeout here against Melton. The 2-2 on the way. Slider right at the knees. Strike three. He got him. So Ramos gets his first K of the day against Melton.
Up to the plate now is number 11, the first baseman, Quinn Ludvigsen.
So Ludwigson stands in now for the Zap. Spud still having to deal with a runner at first base, but the load feels a little lighter now that you got two away. So the first pitch to Ludvigsen on the way. Breaking ball at the shins for ball one. We'll say, too, the wind is blowing in very hard today.
Yeah, those left-handed hitters got to love it. Blowing straight, going right out to right center.
Next pitch from Ramos, strike on the outside corner. You're absolutely right, especially with that wind blowing in the right center, straightaway right. Gives the lefties a chance to really pull the ball. You can actually see the right fielder, David Denton, playing very far back. Practically at the warning track. Next pitch, fouled off down the third base side.
And for that, Denton is shifted like crazy too. He's closer to the foul line than he is in a natural right fielder position.
You actually just saw Luis Lepe stand out of the dugout and tell him move a little bit more over to the left. Next pitch on the way. Another breaking ball, just a little too far down. 2-2. Ramos evens the count once more, looking to retire Ludvigsen and get the bats up for the Spuds here. Still having to deal with the runner at first. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, got him. So, Matt Ramos, after letting up a pair of hits and also a run, he's able to strike out 2 and get an easy out. So, the Casper Spuds trail by 1, but they were able to make quick work of the Zap after that early run scored. But the Spuds bats need to get going. So we'll be right back here on Spuds Baseball on YouTube to see how they fare against the Zap pitching.
Craving comfort food anytime, day or night? Head to Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Whether it's pancakes at midnight, burgers for breakfast, or coffee to fuel your day, Denny's has you covered. With friendly service, affordable prices, and something for everyone, it's the perfect spot to gather, relax, and dig in. So why wait? Swing by Denny's today, where good food and great memories are always on the menu.
Freedom Fuels provides bulk fuel supply, on-site fueling, and hydrovac excavation services across the Rocky Mountain region. Their commitment to safety and ethics creates a superior client expertise that enables them to provide cutting-edge service. We are proud to partner with Freedom Fuels this season. Freedom Fuels, proud sponsor of the Casper Spuds.
Hello, Spuds Nation. Welcome back to more Casper Spuds Baseball. If you're just now joining us, it's a great time. We're in the bottom of the first inning. The Casper Spuds currently trail by 1 after Matt Ramos let up a pair of hits and a run across. But now the bats look ready to get going. First pitch on the way to Gage Dickerson is a called strike at the knees.
Yeah, Gage Dickerson leading things off. He's over at short. Hunter Stone-Cipher in the 2 spot and left.
Next pitch to Dickerson, slider outside, called a strike.
Hunter Billingsley batting third at first. Cale McCarville in the cleanup spot at the DH position.
Here's the 0-2, bouncing breaking ball.
David Denton batting fifth. He's in right field. Jordan Jones in the 6th spot, playing third base. Chase McCreary in batting 7th, playing second. Jasper House batting 8th and doing the catching, and Cal Cousins is batting 9th and in center.
Here's a 1-2 pitch that was just axed at and hit right up the middle into sharp center field. So Gage Dickerson able to get on in a more unconventional way. Had to reach out of the zone. That was practically eye level, and he was able to just get a barrel on it and slap it right up the middle.
They don't ask you how.
You just do. What's Rule 2, Logan?
Don't ask questions.
Exactly. So now you bring up Saturday night's hero, Hunter Stone-Cipher. He had that walk-off home run against the Spearfish Sasquatch to actually help the Spuds complete a huge comeback over them in that second game, but also win both games of the doubleheader and that series, which was absolutely phenomenal. The first pitch also to Stone Cipher was swung on and missed just over the top of it. Your Casper Spuds been red hot over the last couple games. Again, 7 wins over their last 8 games played. Here's a chopper to the first baseman, a solid pick to throw to second base in time, to throw to first, also in time. So it's a 3-6-3 double play.
Yeah, great pick over there by Ludvigsen at first base. Knew he had time to make the throw, and sometimes you see some guys panic when they make that grab and don't run back to first, but he was able to do that as well, and just great defense there by the Zap.
Well, I was a little scared for Ludvigsen for a second because he kind of pulled his head when he went down for the pick. I thought he was going to miss it over the top or hit off his heel, but he did a good job just keeping his glove down. So I guess if you don't have your eyes on the ball, you have your glove on the ball. First pitch also to Hunter Billingsley, Mr. Western, is a called ball. Next pitch, fastball that catches the outside corner for strike 1. Manning two very quick outs to start the bottom of the first inning after Gates Dickerson started it with a hit. Here's another chopper down the first base line, but it'll go into foul territory.
Yeah, Matt Manning this season, second on the team in innings, 22 1/3. This is his 6th appearance, 5th start. No wins, no losses. He's given up 15 runs, 11 of those earned, 16 strikeouts, 8 walks, and an ERA of 3.45.
Which also reminds me a little bit of former Detroit Tigers pitcher Matt Manning. You remember him a little bit?
Yeah.
The exact same name, same spelling and all. Also, same numbers, funny enough. Sell the 2-2 on the way to Billingsley. And that fastball looked like it had a lot of inside run, and I really think the wind helped him out there significantly because that ball looked like it was going to be a guaranteed strike. It just curved way outside.
Wins a Spuds fan.
Thankfully. Next pitch to Billingsley, another fastball, but shin high. So Spuds able to get that leadoff runner earlier who wound up being a part of the double play, and Gates Dickerson back on and Hunter Billingsley. So now you bring up a power hitting bat too in Cale McCarville. Tell you what, there is a lot of pop that comes off of his bat.
Absolutely. He is plenty capable of putting a great swing on a bat, putting a great swing on a ball, and crushing it into the gap.
Billingsley takes the lead, and he actually fakes the go-around. Here's a little chopper. Oh, almost picked by third base coach Cooper Hack.
Looks like it's Stone Vasic as our first base coach today.
Little interesting. But, hey, you do what you got to do. Here's the 0-1 on the way. Bouncing breaking ball in the dirt. 1-1. So here's the 1-1 on the way. Curveball that goes over the head of McCarville. Hunter Billingsley will safely walk to second base. That's a wild pitch. That'll also bring the count to 2-1. Yeah, I think that curve just kind of got away from Manning a little bit.
Yeah, I think you let it go just a touch early that time. McCarville, for those that might remember, he was a Spud a season ago as well. He was excelled at getting on base with an on-base percentage over 400 and a couple of home runs, and he was the team's doubles leader, second actually in doubles with 11.
Pretty solid work from McCarville last season. He started this season out a little injured after the first series actually against the Zap, but he's made his return over the last week or so, and he's looked pretty solid. He also hit his first home run of the season, I believe only in, I think, his second or third game back, and he's looked pretty solid for the Spuds now that he's back and at full strength. Here's the 2-2, by the way. It's a high breaking ball for ball 3.
Yeah, this season he's completely turned it on. In 10 games, he's hitting 360. His on-base percentage, 585.
Gotta love it. Also, too, Cale McCarville has come around a lot over the last couple of games in terms of the runs department. He had 3 the other night against the Sasquatch in the second game. But looking to do some damage here against the Zap. Also, too, helping the Spuds out a little bit and bring up Manning's pitch count as that fastball has a little bit too much run on it, as that is ball 4. So now runners at first and second, and he bring up another dangerous hitter in David Denton, who's really been swinging the pine well over the last couple of games.
Yeah, he's been seeing the ball really well. Couple days ago, had a double back in the first game against the Sasquatch, and excited to see he's got a great opportunity here, and he's, like you said, he's been swinging a hot bat here recently.
First pitch pulled down the left field side for a foul ball. Yeah, and Denton's also one of those players who really knows how to get on base, too, when his team needs him. And I will say, on deck, Jordan Jones, one of the first player of the season to hit a home run at Mike Lansing for the Spuds, as this one's fouled off down the left side again. But he did it in stellar fashion. He did it with a grand slam in the bottom of the first inning. So you got to think, maybe if Denton's able to get on here, maybe recreate a little bit of magic.
Love to see it.
So the 0-2 on the way to Denton. Looking to move those runners over, possibly get the first run across. This one is a chopper towards the shortstop. He fields it cleanly on the backhand. The throw bounces in the dirt, but it's not in time. So now you do bring up the grand slam guy. I mean, nobody better in this situation.
Yeah, and what resiliency by the Spuds after the double play was turned with Hunter Stonecipher come back, draw a couple of walks, and then, you know, this win doing all kinds of different things. You know, you can hit a ball like that and turn it into a single because guys don't really know where that ball's going to bounce and break and all kinds of stuff. And now, all of a sudden, the bases are loaded.
For the Mississippi Valley State University player. This one is hit sharply into left center. It's going to get down. One run comes across. The second run comes across. And Jordan Jones has got himself a 2-run RBI single, and the Spuds go back in front of the Oahe Zap 2-1.
And that's something that Coach McCreary has been preaching all season long. Come to the box, be ready to hit. And that's exactly what Jordan Jones did there. Saw the first pitch, immediately liked it, put it into the gap. Great piece of hitting by Jordan Jones.
Now here comes the young prospect in Chase McCrary, the brother of head coach Cody McCrary, looking to do some damage here with runners on the corners and 2 away. And he swings at the first pitch he sees, straight to the second baseman. And the throw is in time to retire McCrary. So his first AB as a Casper Spud is at ground now, but I'm sure we'll see a lot more from the young fella himself. But Jordan Jones with the 2-run RBI single is able to make the Spuds the lead team right now. 2-1 is the score. The Spuds lead against the Oahe Zap. Will be back in the top of the second inning for more Spuds baseball.
Craving comfort food and Craving comfort food anytime, day or night? Head to Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Whether it's pancakes at midnight, burgers for breakfast, or coffee to fuel your day, Denny's has you covered. With friendly service, affordable prices, and something for everyone, it's the perfect spot to gather, relax, and dig in. So why wait? Swing by Denny's today, where good food and great memories are always on the menu. Hungry for pizza that hits the spot every time? Order from Papa John's. Made with fresh dough, quality ingredients, and that signature garlic sauce you love. Whether you want classic pepperoni, loaded veggie, or something new, Papa John's delivers hot, fresh, and ready to enjoy. Plus, with easy online ordering and fast delivery, your perfect pizza night is just a few clicks away. Choose Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. When it comes to reliable infrastructure, Duraline and Casper is leading the way. As a trusted manufacturer of high-performance conduit and
Welcome back, Spuds Nation. If you're just now joining us, we just got done with the first inning where the Spuds were able to take the lead over the Oahe Zap after the Zap actually scored first to start this game early against Matt Ramos, but a 2-run RBI single from Jordan Jones kind of flipped this game on its head. And the first pitch from Ramos gets the batter swinging and missing, but the hat comes off in the process.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you make the batter swing out of his shoes and you lose your hat as well. Next pitch from Ramos on the way. It's a spiked fastball right in the dirt. So, evens things up at 1-1. Also, too, tonight's beer batter stands in DeCarlo. Next pitch from Ramos, the 1-1. Really good slider. Looked like it broke right at the letters, but the home plate umpire said it finished just a little too high. So the count is 2-1, similar to the score.
DeCarlo this season, he's sitting with an on-base percentage right at about 400.
Here's a chopper to the third baseman, and it gets right off the heel of the third baseman, Jordan Jones. So that'll probably get marked down as an error. DeCarlo will reach first base safely. Jordan Jones not able to field it on the hop.
Yeah, that's the last thing you need right now if you're the Spuds. Self-inflicted wounds when you just, after giving up a run in the first, you're able to get the lead back in the bottom of the first. And that's not what you want to see out of Casper here early.
I'll tell you what, Bowie, the batter who stands in now, has got one funky stance on him. I mean, does that remind you of anyone, Logan?
Give me a second. I gotta get a good look at this one.
There's a lot of bat wiggle. It almost looks like Jeff Bagwell almost.
A little bit with how he's stanced.
Next pitch from Ramos, a good fastball inside. Blew it by him, 1-1.
Kind of Gary Sheffield, although he's got an elbow out instead of being straight up like Sheffield was.
So, here's the 1-1 on the way from Ramos. Another fastball that ran inside. They'll say it hit the batter. It did look like it maybe tipped off his front glove or maybe the arm guard. So, that is a hit by pitch from Ramos, and now you got runners at first and second with still nobody out. So now you bring up Augie Goethals. He's looking to do some damage here for the Zap. But the Spuds looking to try to keep their 1-run lead. Next pitch from Ramos is hit back towards the press box, and it hits off of a roof. It might roll down the backside, and it did.
Did you see it?
It actually wound up in the trenches.
All right.
That'll be one that I'll make sure to go grab later. So the first pitch from Ramos is a foul ball. Count stands at 0-1. Next pitch on the way. Good breaking ball, but didn't break hard enough. So 1-1 is the count. So the 1-1 on the way. Goethals in an even count. Pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. Good stuff from Ramos. Again, you mentioned earlier, the traffic, not a problem.
Yeah, you got to put it out of your mind. If you're Ramos, just go after this batter here. You know, if guys are hitting your stuff a little bit, don't play for the pitch to contact. Don't play for the double play. Try to put them away yourself.
Next pitch, bouncing change up, 2-2. Yeah, Ramos Doesn't really care how long it takes him to get to work, but he'll do it. Next pitch, fastball outside. 3-2 now. Yeah, and this is a gotta be aggressive pitch. Go after the batter and try to make him either swing over the top of something or just get him to completely swing and miss. Here's the 3-2. At the knee, strike 3 called. So Goethals gets set down looking, and that's how the first out of the second inning happens. Now Ramos putting in some solid work right there. That's what you like to see out of your pitcher. Be aggressive, go after that batter, especially in a 3-2 count. Did everything right. Now he's got 1 out. Still a double play possibility in effect at every base besides home. Next pitch runs a little too far inside on Ely.
Get this guy, Emmanuel Ely. He's a newer addition for the Zap. He's only played in 4 games, but in those 4 games, he's hitting .417.
Next pitch from Ramos gets away from Jasper House. That pitch was just way outside. So that makes it 2-0, but with that wild pitch, the runners move up an extra 90 feet. Double play possibility also leaves, well, the conventional double play possibility.
Also interesting note here, since that happened, Jordan Jones and Hunter Billingsley have now moved closer to the infield grass. I don't know if they're expecting a bunt.
This one fouled off towards the back spot. Can't really blame them for trying to think that maybe they'll go out and go play some small ball, but also at the same time, I think the main reason why they're playing with the corners in here, anything that's hit to third or first, able to try to look the runner back over there at third and try to keep that run away. Next pitch gets away from Jasper House. It hits right off the mitt, and that'll roll to the backstop. So with that, that'll also bring across the tying run for the Zap. So, Ramos behind the count, 3-1. The pitch runs high on Ely. So now runners at the corners with only 1 away.
Back to the top of the lineup brings up number 2 second baseman, Gavin Frazier.
Yeah, that's a tough break, too. You got to go back to Jordan Jones making that error over there at third base, not being able to make the first out of the inning, and plus, too, that wild pitch that got away from Jasper House. In my opinion, I thought it caught a little bit of the outside part of the plate, but I think not being able to hold on to that ball, obviously, the umpire's going to see something a little different.
Yeah, that looked like a pretty good pitch, but, yeah, it's going to be hard for an umpire to give it to you, even if it is a strike. He's going to have a hard time giving you that if you can't bring it in, and so, yeah. Mound visit. I've never seen the umpire actually signal up. I think saying they have 2 mound visits left.
Which we appreciate. We always appreciate the 2-man crew. It's a hard job.
That it is.
So now Ramos able to go up against a new batter now as Frazier stands in. There's a changeup, but Ely will slide into second safely. So now runners at third and second with only 1 away. Yeah, Frazier is the one who started this game off actually with a leadoff double. And it was on the very first pitch of the game as well, and he wound up coming across to score. This one is hit sharply into left center field. However, ranging to his right is Cal Cousins. He'll hit his, oh, no, he won't hit his cutoff man. He'll just throw it to third base, but it's not in time. However, that'll bring Bowie across to score, and the Zap now take a 3-2 lead. So we've had 3 lead changes in just about an inning and 2/3 of baseball.
Yeah, both teams seemingly come here ready to hit. See who See which pitching staff will be eager to shut the door.
So the first pitch from Ramos to Cy Taylor is a called strike. Taylor was the one who had that RBI single that brought across Frazier to start things in the first inning. Next pitch down low, make it 1-1. The follow-up pitch from Ramos is a called strike. Right at the knees, make it 1-2. So Ramos now working with 2 outs. Looking to try to get the third out as well. Ramos, this will be his 40th pitch just through 2 innings of work. Next pitch. No call from the umpire. It was signaled as a ball, but it gets away from Jasper House. Ramos not able to get there in time. I think Jasper thought it possibly was strike 3. The home plate umpire ruled it as a ball, so that'll bring the third run of the inning across, and that'll even the count up at 2-2 with 2 outs.
Honestly, I thought that caught a piece of Taylor's bat. I mean, like for the way for it to bounce off like that, I think that's what took House a second, was he thought that was a foul ball.
Next pitch is swung on and popped up into shallow right, ranging to his back shoulder and falling to the ground is Chase McCrary, not able to make the throw, but the first base is not in time. So that'll go down as an error from Chase McCrary.
Now to the plate number 28, the designated hitter.
I will say that's a tough play to make there too, trying to range to your back shoulder. You're looking into the sun as well. And with your right fielder and center fielder playing so far back, you're really the only one able to make the play on it. And it makes things a little bit tougher to try and get that third out of the inning.
And not to mention the biggest factor, we've been talking about it all season, that wind pushing that ball all kinds of different directions.
Next pitch from Ramos is a wild pitch again that'll send the runner over to second.
Does not look like there's anyone up and throwing in the Spuds bullpen quite yet.
To be fair, a couple of errors have amounted to a few runs as well. So there are a couple of things that Ramos can probably do better, as this one is hit sharply to the shortstop. Dickerson, the throw to first base, a little low, but nonetheless in time. As Billingsley gets the third out of the inning. So 0 hits, 2 errors, and 3 runs come across here in the top of the second inning. The Spuds now trail by 2, but we'll see what the Bats have in store for us here on Spuds Baseball on YouTube. Hello, Spuds Nation. If you're just now joining us, we're in the bottom of the second inning where, honestly, it's already been a wild ride. And Jasper House swings at the first pitch he sees. A sliding play over there at third. The throw is in time, and oh my goodness. Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Yeah, absolute athletic play there by Mason Melton. There was no doubt in his mind that he was getting that baseball there, and just not much you can do there if you're Jasper.
Yeah, I mean, this is House's Spuds debut. I almost said MLB debut, but not quite yet. The ILB,
Maybe one day.
The ILB. Fake bunt from Cal Cousins, but they'll say he held up, so make that 0-1. But nonetheless, I can't really lie. The third baseman, I thought Melton might have taken it away from the shortstop there. He slid, about 30 feet in the dirt trying to make that play, and the throw was still on the money, but it did feel like the shortstop might have had an opportunity there.
Yeah, I'm sure the shortstop thought that he was going to have that ball about 95% of the way through that play.
Yeah, and Taylor got down ready to field it, and I think Melton just slid too far. But here's the 2-1 on the way to Cousins. It's another high fastball. Make it 3-1. And it looks like, too, David Denton will make the move over to catcher. So possibly Jasper House maybe moving to right now. Defensive sub. We'll have to wait and see. Here's the next pitch to Cal Cousins. This one is hit on a line to left center. However, the left fielder is able to make the play and get the second out of the bottom of the second inning.
So now you get a guy, started the game off with a single. Top half of the lineup has been doing their job. Of course, we're only in the second inning and had 7 guys come to the plate in the first inning for the Spuds. So good to get to the top of the lineup quick here and see what they can do the second time through.
Definitely. You've now had the opportunity to see this pitcher. You've seen the pitch mix. You know what to kind of expect. So now I think this is your opportunity to go up, try to hammer something, get a 2-out rally going like they did last inning. Second pitch to Dickerson is a high fastball. Evens things up at 1-1. Next pitch to Dickerson, ball low. Go through the 5-hole of the catcher, 2-1. I will say the Spuds have been a 2-out rally type of team.
They've done so much of their work with 2 outs.
Next pitch swung on and missed by Dickerson. And it looks like Caden Wilcox will actually be the one who makes the move over to right.
It's an odd one for me, but, we'll see how that plays out.
Definitely an interesting choice, but who knows? Wilcox also has a lot of speed.
I was going to say, he's got the speed to play it for sure.
Here's the 3-2 on the way to Dickerson, and it's a fastball outside. Just missed the corner, but it's a 2-out walk for Gage Dickerson. Now you bring up the Kennesaw State guy and Hunter Stonecipher. I still have not been able to really decipher his game.
It's a good one.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I worked hard. I need to step up my pun game. Gage Dickerson steals second base safely. The throw was way wide. Luckily for Goethals, Taylor was there to back him up. The Spuds move a runner over an extra 90 feet and get him in scoring position. First pitch to Stonecipher 2 was also a ball. So the 1-0 on the way. This one runs inside, so 2-0.
Sky, you talk about how the Spuds have been a very 2-out rally type of team. 40% of their 192 RBIs have been with 2 outs.
The 1-1 called the ball. 2-1. Stonecipher looking to do some damage of his own here. Next pitch is hit right towards the shortstop, and that will conclude the bottom of the second inning. The Spuds still trail by 2, and we'll be back here on Spuds Baseball on YouTube. Welcome, Spuds Nation, Tater Nation, and everybody else affiliated to the Casper Spuds. If you're joining us, we're currently in the top half of the third inning. The Zap lead by 2. It's a 4-2 ball game, and the third inning gets started off with a simple single up the middle.
Yeah, we talked, in the bottom of the first, we talked about how it's great to be ready to attack on that first pitch. Both teams have been doing that. What a great swing there by Mason Melton, who struck out looking his first time. So he got a great look at Ramos and was ready for the first pitch that time.
Ludvigsen stands in. First pitch from Ramos, called strike on the outside corner, makes things 0-1. Yeah, Melton didn't really try to do too much, just slapped it right up the middle and was able to take advantage of that first pitch fastball and saw what he needed to see and was able to get on first. Pickoff move from Ramos, not in time.
Ludvigsen, another guy who struck out, his back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning for Ramos in the first.
Here's the next pitch. And a miss. 0-2. Yeah, Ramos just trying to keep things simple. He's really trying to navigate the zone, find his location, figure out what he needs to throw at the right time. I think, too, that some of the batters have done a really good job just picking him up over the first couple pitches that they saw. And this is where you got to kind of switch things up a little bit. Another pickoff move over to first base, not in time. Which I also will say, don't really blame Ramos for doing.
Yeah, we were also talking earlier, a lot of pickoff moves, the Spuds.
Speaking of, the runner tries to take second base, and the throw in time. They got him.
I think he came off the bag.
So David Denton able to catch Melton stealing. So not on David's watch.
That is the second guy that David has caught stealing in this season.
Showing off the arm power a little bit. Next pitch from Ramos, slider down low, 2-2. Next pitch, swung over the top of it. Strike three, they got him. So, 2 quick outs after the leadoff runner got on for the Zap. Now this brings up Dominic DiCarlo.
Now strikeout number 4 on the year, and getting Mason Melton out there was huge. He's tied for the team lead in stolen bases. And that was just the second time he's been caught stealing all year.
First pitch, way outside. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 on the way. Good slider that cuts back inside, went towards the back door, and got the strike call. 1-1.
Yeah, DiCarlo clearly disagreed with that one. Beautiful pitch by Matt Ramos.
Here's the 1-1 on the way. Swung and a miss. A big swing and a big swing, big hack. Big Mac. Sorry, a little hungry.
DiCarlo sitting on that slider again. A great job there. Ramos that pitch completely fell off the table.
Next pitch, another slider, and Ramos says vamos. How about it? Matt Ramos able to get a great strike 3 call on the following batter and is able to get out of the inning without allowing any runs to come across, keeping the Zap at bay. The current score 4-2 in favor of Oahe, but when we're back, I'm sure things might change. So we'll see here on Spuds Baseball on YouTube. Hello, Spuds Nation. How's it going? Thank you for joining us in the bottom of the 3rd inning as things get started with a first pitch strike to Hunter Billingsley, Mr. Western, as he's better known as by teammates and us. Second pitch runs way too far inside and down low. 1-1. Also good to see Drew Wardell back from Kansas. Says he missed it, missed playing ball. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss.
A good pitch there by Manning. Completely threw off Billingsley's timing with the curveball there. But if I'm him here, 1-2 count, still be sitting fastball.
Oh, definitely. So here is the 1-2. High fastball. Good job from Billingsley to hold back. So, here's the 2-2. High and outside. 3-2. Now, Billingsley probably has one of the best eyes on the team. This is also one of those guys who really can figure out how to get on base.
Yeah, he's already drawn a walk in this one.
Here's a chopper down the first base line, but foul.
That foul ball brought to you by A1 Tire and Action Glass.
But he leads the team. He leads the team in walks. That was his 20th walk of the season.
Pretty good work there.
On base percentage north of 500, 528.
So here's the 3-2. This one is hit on a line to straightaway center. Center fielder ranging to his left, reaches behind him to make the grab, but makes the catch regardless. So that's how the first out of the bottom of the third gets started. So now you bring up another guy that we've talked about as a OBP monster, Cale McCarville.
He's up there in OPS too. He's got an OPS over 1,000. Good enough for third on the team.
So here's the 0-0 on the way. First pitch fastball, called a strike on the outside corner. We'll say the wind's dying down just a tad, but still not really leaving. This one is skied into deep right field. It has a chance. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is! Cale McCarville goes Oppo. Taco. So Cale McCarville with a solo shot, and the Casper Spuds now lead, well, now trail 4-3.
Home run number 2 on the year. He is now the second guy on the team with double-digit home runs. Still only 3 guys on the team with home runs: Stone Cipher, McCarville, and Jordan Jones.
So Cale McCarville able to put a little bit of backspin on that one and just get it out of here in a hurry. Next pitch to David Denton, down low for a ball.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier that the left-handed hitters were going to love the wind, how it is right now.
This one is chopped towards the shortstop. The throw in time for out number 2.
But you know what? If a guy could take it opposite field, I'm sure he'd love it too.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I really just thought the wind was going to knock it down, and I saw the right fielder ranging over to his right side, and he was able to just look up at it, and that's about all he could do. So now you bring up Jordan Jones. Had that 2-run RBI single back in the first. First pitch to him is a called strike on the outside corner.
Jones, 2-run single his first time.
The 1-0, swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Yeah, completely fooled him there on the breaking pitch. Now Manning can really go anywhere here.
Jones looking to keep the inning alive. Look at a good curveball, but it's in the dirt. 1-2. So here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. That one hits the dirt. Jordan Jones not too pleased about it, but Cale McCarville goes Oppo to cut the lead down to 1. The Casper Spuds trail 4-3. We'll be back in the top of the 4th inning. Kai Janagabas, Logan Hunter.
Based right here in Casper, Wyoming, Empower Chiropractic specializes in neurologically based chiropractic care for all ages. They are driven to educate and empower individuals to make well-informed decisions about their health while fostering a community that extends beyond the practice. Thank you, Empower Chiropractic, for supporting the Spuds. We would like to recognize our community partners at Grizzly Excavation and Construction for their support of the Spuds. Founded right here in Casper, Grizzly Excavation is committed to providing high-quality contracting throughout central Wyoming through their Get Used to.
Hello, Spuds Nation. If you're just now joining us, we're currently in the top of the fourth inning. The Casper Spuds trail by 1. It's a 4-3 ball game. My name's Kyle Jenagabbins, joined alongside me, Logan Hunter. But we'll take a quick break to the dugout and go down to Nick Rose.
Yeah, thank you, Kai. Just had a conversation with Cale McCarville, who hit that solo home run in the bottom of the third inning. The only third home run here at Mike Lansing here for the Spuds. Asked him about what went into the AB. He said he was really looking for a pitch to push as the wind's blowing hard out to right. Thought the first pitch was a bit too far outside to do that. Got the fastball that he wanted on the second pitch. Got a good swing on it and just told me just hit it hard. And that he did as it went over the fences over and right.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick. We hope you get back down safely, and we'll talk to you soon. So, Matt Ramos also gets this inning started with a look what I found type play and gets the first out at the top of the fourth inning.
Yeah, that's the first time in the ball game that the Spuds have been able to set down the leadoff guy. See what Ramos can do here against the number 8 hole hitter.
Next pitch from Ramos, called ball. 2-0. Ramos and desperate need of just trying to get a 1-2-3 inning here. Here's the pitch. Hit high and popped up behind the backstop. And it lands behind David Denton. I don't know if Denton thought it was going to go way over or what, but it landed directly behind him.
And I think he just kind of lost it.
And I guess if you're in that situation, the best thing to do is just keep going. So here's the 2-1 on the way from Ramos. And this one is hit sharply at the shortstop and fielded cleanly by Gage Dickerson. Wow. On the backhand. Been a couple extraordinary plays here so far on both sides of the ball for the Spuds.
Yeah, I went back and watched that pop-up. David thought that was getting plenty foul because he just took his mask off, looked at the umpire for the ball,
Yeah.
and then it landed right next to him.
Here's the yo-oh to the next batter. Hit foul, though, but fielded by Jordan Jones. So the 0-1 on the way as well to Eli. Matt Ramos ahead of the count. The next pitch, swing and a miss.
Yeah, getting through the second time through the order now, you know Ramos is starting to settle in. That slider has been dropping off the table like crazy, and guys cannot find the timing for it.
Here's the 0-2. It's a chopper to the shortstop. Coming crashing in is Dickerson. The throw in time from his back leg. So the Casper Spuds able to sit down the Zap 1-2-3, and we'll see what the Bats have in store for us in the bottom of the fourth. We'll be back on the Purple and Black until Bats Kraken.
For over 100 years, Sutherland's has been committed to providing quality hardware at affordable prices. With thousands of products, Sutherland's has the tools, materials, and expertise to help you tackle your next project. Thank you, Sutherland's, for supporting the Spuds. Freedom Fuels provides bulk fuel supply, on-site fueling, and hydrovac excavation services across the Rocky Mountain region. Their commitment to safety and ethics creates a superior client expertise that enables them to provide cutting-edge service. We are proud to partner with Freedom Fuels this season. Freedom Fuels, proud sponsor of the Casper Spuds.
Hello, Spuds Nation. If you're just now joining us, it's currently the bottom of the 4th inning. Leading things off here, Chase McCrary. And a very late appeal from the home plate umpire will signal that McCrary did indeed go around.
Kai, am I going crazy, or did McCrary bat left-handed in the last at-bat?
He did. He's a switch hitter.
Okay. But he's a right-handed pitcher. Sure. What? You know what? I'm here for it.
Sometimes you like the same side matchups. Personally, for me, I actually always did prefer going up against righties instead of lefties as a right-handed batter. So here's the 0-2 now to McCrary. This one is chopped to the second baseman, who has to come crashing in. Gets his glove down the throw. Not in time. Chase McCrary has himself his first ever career hit with the Casper Spuds, and it's an infield single. So hold on to that one because you want to keep it forever. And I'll tell you what, it is very interesting talking about a McCrary who is not the third base coach. So,
yeah. Sorry, Kai. McCrary did a great job there. He recognized curveball right out of the hand. I could see him sit back on that a little more. Didn't quite get the contact he wanted, I'm sure. But you know what? A hit's a hit no matter how you put it.
And you got to think Coach Cody McCrary, Chase's brother, has to be ecstatic. So the 0-0 now on the way to Caden Wilcox, the newly right fielder for the Spuds tonight. Look at an inside fastball, 1-0.
Yeah, it replaces Jasper House in the lineup. David Denton moves behind the plate.
Here's the 1-0, bouncing breaking ball right past the mitt of Goethals, and Chase McCrary now at second.
Wilcox, he's a guy, we've seen him take all kinds of aggressive swings so far this season. And I think earlier in the year he was having a little more of a relaxed approach to the plate, which allowed him to get his average as high as it has.
Here's a liner straight away center, but the center fielder falls down, and it'll get down. So Caden Wilcox has got himself a single, and watch out. I guess there's a pothole out there in center.
That swing was more like Caden Wilcox at the beginning of this season compared to what we've been seeing recently. That swing, much more controlled, just dump it into the outfield. That was a great swing by Caden Wilcox, and he gets a base hit out of it.
So now you got runners at the corners here with Cal Cousins standing up to the plate, who really has been a clutch hitter this year for the Spuds. And I will say, I talked about how weird it is to talk about another McCrary that isn't a coach. It's even weirder to hear that there's a McCrary at third, but it's not Cody McCrary. Here's a chopper to the third baseman, and he can't field it cleanly. It hits off the heel of the glove. Cal is safe, and so is Chase McCrary, who scores his first run as a Casper Spud. And guess what? It ties it up in the process. We got a 4-4 ball game.
Yeah, great job there. Cousins just not giving up on the play, able to beat out that throw, and especially when you're looking for a hot shot ball like that, hard to make a play on it. They do end up giving Cousins a single, which I think is, I agree.
Fair enough. So corners in. Now you bring up Gage Dickerson, 1-for-1 on the day. Singled in his first AB, walked the following. First pitch to him is a bouncing breaking ball, 1-0. So the Spuds really looking to break something open now. Now, there's already been one home run this game for the Spuds, but while I do believe Gage Dickerson can hit one out of here, another guy can, and Hunter Stonecipher, who's on deck. So here's the 1-0 on the way to Dickerson, and here's a pickoff move instead. And I'll tell you what, Stonecipher, definitely not the guy you want to have come up in this situation if you're the Zap. If they aren't able to get out Dickerson. So I want to be put in a hard spot. Next pitch to Dickerson is a Ephus pitch inside, called strike. I don't really know what to consider what that was. I wanted to see it was a curveball, but I don't believe it. I don't believe so.
Now it looks like he needs the signs again here.
So the 1-1 now on the way to Dickerson. Slider. Call the ball.
We were talking earlier with Coach McCreary before the game, and he talked about how we've always harped on the base running aggressiveness of the Spuds. You see guys trying to pick off the Spuds a lot, and he told us it's not even close how many stolen bases we have. 71 as a team right now for the Casper Spuds. Next highest is the Zap with 50, and then the Sasquatch only have 25 stolen bases this season.
Pretty wild stat line, as you can tell. The Spuds, they like to move around. Here's the next pitch to Dickerson, fouled back towards the screen. 2-2.
Foul ball brought to you by Action Glass and A1 Tire.
So the 2-2 now on the way to Dickerson. Runners at first and second. An opportunity to take back the lead. The runner at second on the move, and so is the runner at first. So now runners move an extra 90 feet ahead with Gage Dickerson now in the middle of a full count.
That was an interesting walk by Manning there. He wasn't really in a hurry to get to home plate. He's just kind of strutting his way to the plate, just kind of say, yeah, I'm here. But yeah, that was a...
Ian Wilcox isn't really the guy, too, you want to be that patient with either. So, here's the next pitch. It's hit sharply down the right field line, and it's off the bottom of the bullpen.
A sprinter headed that way for a free souvenir. Congratulations to that kid. Brought to you by A1 Tire and Action Glass.
So here's the full count now to Dickerson. Runners at second and third. The go-ahead run just 90 feet away. The pitch swung on and fouled again down the right side.
Headed back the same direction. Careful out there. Foul ball by A1 Tire and Action Glass.
Manning now, this will be a 69th pitch of the night. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's a high breaking ball. Ball 4. So now the bases are juiced with what most of us could consider the most dangerous power hitter in the lineup in Hunter Stonecipher. And it looks like there will be a call to the pen.
Yeah, there is someone standing out there. I think that's can't tell if it's a coach or a player out there by the bullpen. I haven't seen them look that way yet. There is someone walking in. The guy standing there doesn't look like he has a glove, so I think it's just a coach who's standing there trying to see, trying to gauge how much a guy is getting ready as looks like it's just a mound visit for the Zap, so that'll bring Hunter Stonecipher to the plate here. Of course, very dangerous bat for the Casper Spuds. Of course, everyone knows what he did on Saturday, and I'm sure he's looking for more of that.
Most definitely. So Hunter Stonecipher comes up with a loaded baked potato, looking to mash it. First pitch to him, high and tight for ball 1. Spuds looking to break this one open. Keaton Wilcox at third, Cousins at second, and of course Gage Dickerson over at first. The pitch to Stonecipher. This one is hit into shallow left field. It's going to get down. So that will bring Wilcox across, and now Cooper Hack will send Cal Cousins in, and the Casper Spuds take a 2-run lead after a 2-run RBI single by Hunter Stonecipher, who continues to impress and leave his mark with the Spuds.
Yep, just picking right up where he left off. He's had a couple of hard hit balls that went for outs earlier in the ball game. There, just able to take it to the opposite field, and great base hit there.
So now you bring up Hunter Billingsley, another veteran of the Casper Spuds, looking to do his part here with runners at first and second. And the Casper Spuds now have changed the lead for the 4th time tonight. Here's the pitch to Billingsley. This is hit right past the outstretched glove of Frazier. Surrounding third and coming in to score is Gage Dickerson. And it looks like the runner at second will get in safely, I believe. Very questionable play over there. Hunter Stonecipher rounded second base with third base in mind, but he was a little too far off the cutoff throw, almost in time to get him, but he was able to get back safely. So it's an RBI single as well for Hunter Billingsley. So it's a 4-7 ball game, and still no outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pickoff move. Almost went over the head of the second baseman, Frazier.
I don't think Stonecipher took that pickoff move very seriously. He took his time getting back to second. Kind of scared me a little bit there.
Definitely. Here's the 0-0 now on the way to Cale McCarville. He hit a home run in his last AB. Next pitch to him, swing and a miss.
It's a good pitch to hit. High fastball. McCarville's eyes definitely lit up there. That was definitely a great spot to drive it. Just swung just under it.
And you know he was thinking about the same thing as his last AB. Go yard. So here's the next pitch to McCarville. Another high fastball, but just a little too high. Ball 1.
And you know what? For how much we've been hyping up the hitting with 2 outs for the Spuds, it's worth noting there's still no outs.
Yeah, the Casper, it really does feel like most of the runs come from 2 outs or no out scenarios. When there's 1, it's just not a good mix. The next pitch to McCarville, high and tight, ball 2. So here's the 2-1 now to McCarville. Looking to continue doing damage here tonight. Here's the pickoff move, but nobody's there.
Yeah, I don't know what. I've been seeing this a lot of the Zap. I don't know if it's kind of a miscommunication type of thing, but so many times the pitcher is turned around and there's no one behind there, and Stonecipher's taken complete advantage of it. He's getting a very aggressive lead over there at second.
Very much so. Here's the next pitch, fouled off towards the right side. So the 2-2 now on the way to McCarville. On deck, David Denton. Runners at first and second, and Billingsley and Stonecipher across. Here's the pitch. This one hit sharply towards right field, but it'll go foul.
That foul ball brought to you by Action Glass and A1 Tire.
So the 2-2 about to get played out once more with McCarville. Another fastball.